Hello, peace, light, and love. And today was a very interesting day. My daughter called from New Zealand to let me know that her grandfather passed away this morning. Just minutes after I found out that this pigeon we were trying to save passed away. She was badly injured and she couldn't make it. And interesting enough, um, the bird died exactly the same time as the grandfather of my children, which is really interesting. He passed away in Europe. He was over 90. He did not die of coronavirus. Um, yeah. So I feel like I have to say a few words in his honor. I didn't really have much of a relationship with him. He was a very tough guy, built his own business, liked to listen to classical music, which I appreciated, a man of a lot of dignity. And I think if I, my parents didn't make it past 80, so I don't know what it would be like to have a parent that lives for a long time, but I can imagine at every age it's difficult, and especially for his wife, because you're used to someone living with you for a long time. So it's a difficult time. I'm having allergic reactions to flowers, so I'm a little bit teary, and but otherwise, I'm just like, wow, it's an end of an era. Every time somebody passes away, it's definitely an end of an era. And instead of saying, oh, we're blessed to have had this person, it's difficult, I guess, to let go, which is why I thought to read from The Language of Letting Go. It's a very comforting book by Melody Beattie, and she talks about letting go of fear. Because I think one of the reasons people find death so difficult is because it makes people very fearful because they think, oh, am I going to be next? Or they're reminded that we are mortal beings, that we don't live here forever. Even though I like to live in the faith of reincarnation. I still, we don't. It's the uncertainty. It's the same reason why we're afraid of coronavirus. It's the uncertainty of not knowing what's going to come. So letting go of fear. Picture yourself swimming, floating peacefully down a gentle stream. All you need to do is breathe, relax, and go with the flow. Suddenly you become conscious of your situation, frightened, overwhelmed with what ifs. Your body tenses, you begin to thrash around, frantically looking for something to grab onto. You panic so hard you start to go under. You panic so hard you start to go under. Then you remember you're working too hard at this. You don't need to panic. All you need to do is breathe, relax, and go with the flow. You won't drown. Panic is our great enemy. We don't need to become desperate. If overwhelming problems appear in our life, we need to stop struggling. We can tread water for a bit until our equilibrium returns. Then we can go back to floating peacefully down the gentle stream. It is our stream, it is a safe stream. Our course has been charted, all is well. Today we'll relax, breathe, and go with the flow. So um, it's been a very hard day because I'm thinking a lot about why did I find this injured pigeon that I was busy with getting her to the wild animal rescue center with the help of a very nice elderly neighbor, driving there. And then this morning, finding out the bird passed away during the night, and then finding out the grandfather of my children passed away during the night as well. And you think, is there a coincidence in this world? Is there a connection? And if so, what is the connection between the soul of a bird and the soul of an elderly man in a different part of this world? Then we know from a lot of ancient teachings that everything is connected, and this crisis has awakened many people to the fact that everything is connected in this world. And they say it's not possible for a butterfly to fly somewhere in Asia, let's say, in the Far East. It influences the other part of the world. Everything is somehow connected, and this very odd connection that this bird that really got attached to, because I saw her suffering. I picked her up from the floor. I found a way to transport her to a help center for animals, and then they struggled to save her life, and they did the best they could. But this morning she passed away, just like the grandfather of my children passed away without a struggle, though. As I understand, he passed away in his sleep. And it's just so odd how these two occurrences happen at the same time. Reminds me when I was doing the yoga, Shivananda yoga teachers training in France. My daughter, again, always my daughter is the messenger of her. She's always the connector. She wrote me that my aunt Rachel is dying. And then by the time I tried to make some sort of connection to find out how she's doing, she passed away. And it was the passing away day of Swami Shivananda, I believe. It was a very interesting coincidence. And also, I was doing this yoga teachers training, and I think she would have been very proud of me because she was a therapist and a counselor. So when two events coincide, it's a message, I think. I don't believe in coincidence. And greater man than me, Albert Einstein, said that God doesn't play dice with the world. And you can call God many things. It doesn't have to be a man with a white beard. It doesn't have to be a representative of a religious organization or a sect or anything. God is whatever you envision God to be. And the universe, in short, the forces that work in our universe that are beyond us. And for me, it symbolizes what is beyond our control. So many things are within our control, and we need to know the difference between what we can control and what we cannot. And as much as you want to save a life and keep a life here, you cannot always do it. You can only try. And there was an argument at the animal activist online group, and one woman said, "What's the point of saving the duck? Because the pigeon, because cats are natural hunters, and the cat hunted it." So there's a big difference between the cycle of nature, where one animal eats another, and suffering. And when you find an injured animal or person, um, I think it's our duty to help. So I'm going to help the dog come in. And compassion, that's the name of the game. And so on this day, I'm just thinking this is the lesson of this day, to just live out our true nature. And I do believe that compassion is part of every living creature, as well as cruelty sometimes, but certainly compassion, peace, light, and love, and for your health. Thank you for listening to 8 minutes. Thank you.